Welcome to Delta Lodge Outdoors. I am your host, Julius. This is a podcast to not only entertain, but to occasionally teach new things. I may be the only one learning, but at least we're going to have some fun trying to do it along the way. Thank y'all. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Delta Lodge Outdoors. We're recording this one on January the 18th. It should come out about I should have knew this. Welcome to Delta Lodge Outdoors. Today I'm going to talk about, just a run-up of what's been going on. And there'll probably be more come out from the time I record this that it actually airs. You got, with the Bassmaster Elites, Scott Martin resigning. Then you go into deer hunting, Whitehaven, was it Haven? Whitehaven. Yeah, Whitetail Haven outfitter, been arrested as a fugitive from justice, and I read the whole thing there. Dude's had 96 charges in the past 20 years. Not really sure how he kept his business going the way he has, but it looks pretty rough for him. There's a few other things. It's I'm not gonna get into the big names of different people in the industry that has faced charges in the past few years, but what the hell is the world coming to, man? I just feel like it's gotten to be the fame and glory is more important than integrity. The money's way more important than integrity. And I understand that's with anything, I guess, but it's both of these are pretty pure. The sports are pretty pure. The outdoor industry should be pure, and I know that's a novelist thought, but what are we teaching the next generation of how to do things and the way we do things? Why are we... The world's a shit show, and then it's something that's this that, I'm not going to say that, like I said, time this comes out, there'll probably be way more info about the Scott Martin thing. The information I've heard so far, and this one's being recorded a couple days after he released information, so it'll be 2-3 weeks time it comes out from he released the information. I think that there's going to be way more to it. I'm not going to say that he's guilty of anything. I'm not going to say that he's innocent of anything. I want to see the rest of the info that comes out, because the situation's a little fucked up, even the way he explained it, so I want to see which way it falls. Then, Whitetail Haven, they're out of Kentucky, and he's got property in Kentucky, Ohio, Florida, Kansas. Apparently, this dude has been fucking people for 20 years, going back reading the things and everything. And it's not paying landowners, not doing this, not doing that. And it's I know there's going to be other guys and gals that feel the same way I do. It's you try to do the right thing, and you get nowhere. But you got people that are, cheating, basically, doing whatever they want, and they're getting ahead in life. And this podcast is probably taking a little deeper dive than what I intended it to do. It's I feel like some people get rewarded for being pieces of shit. And like I said, I'm not saying that either one of these people are, but Scott Martin's situation may be a little different than the Whitetail Haven situation. Whitetail Haven, there's a shit ton of information on it. Y'all can look at it, and if you don't, agree with what I say, show me the information that's different from what I'm saying. It's not paying clients. Let me rephrase it. Yeah, not paying clients because he's had checks bounced for landowners. He's not paid landowners, overhunting an area, not paying his guides. It's been a lot over the years. Definitely, he built, had a big name, but it's it sounds like it's all been just fucking fake. He's took advantage of people and situations, and that's not cool. Because you got people that try to do things the right way in this industry, and they get stepped on. And going into the fishing world, like I said, there's going to be more info come out with the Scott Martin thing. I've always been a fan of Scott Martin and his dad, Roland. There's always been stories about both, especially Roland, but there's been stories about Bill Dance also. Then there's been, back in the day when, especially Nitro had what they call big pro staff team. They had a state team. Uh, if you remember that state team, you got like 40% off of a custom order boat. Deal was every 3 years you had to replace it. Well, then you wouldn't stay in tournament fish, stay active on the team. Part of the other thing that was stated, and obviously it's not going to be in the contract you sign with them, but it was put there, and is your waypoints. They become property. This is when Nitro, just before Bass Pro bought Nitro. They were kind of like your waypoints. You had to be able to submit those. You had to be able to submit those to Nitro, and they could do what they wanted with them. So I'm not gonna say that there was cheating going on then, but when Nitro had one of the biggest pro staffs at the time, and some of the biggest names in the industry were running Nitros, and they were constantly winning things, makes you stop and wonder. Then, I'm not a fan of how Bass Pro bought Nitro, Ranger, Tracker. They have Tracker, they have Stratus, they have Triton, Legend. They put Stratus and Legend out of business basically when they bought them. They closed them down. To me, those were both way better boats than a Nitro. Ranger's a great heavy boat. It's a good boat. Used to be, I don't know the quality that it is now with it being owned under their service model. But it seems like a lot of things in this industry are tainted. And it's not okay. Like, it makes you wonder, like, okay, can I get ahead by doing the right thing? And no, I'm not saying that it's okay to do the wrong thing. I'm completely saying the opposite because, like, I'm disgusted if all this is really true on any of these parts. I feel like it's true on the Whitehaven outfitters. And it's like we can go into the Ohio buck that was killed last year before, whatever, by that kid. Dude, that was a money grab on his part, and he did a lot of sloppy things and got caught. But let's see what was. I forget who his name is. It would come to me any other time, but yeah, they had him on a couple different podcasts and everything, and like, it was just a fucked up ordeal what he did, but it was for the fame and fortune, and some people will do some sick shit for that. So what I'm saying with this is, look around. If you're gonna be part of this hunting industry, try to stay doing the right thing. If you're within the outdoor industry, hunting, fishing, whatever it is, do the right thing. When nobody's looking, do the right thing. Have integrity. They don't have it much in this business anymore. In life in general, but this business has gotten hit pretty hard a lot lately. And people are doing whatever they can to, like, get ahead of the next person. And, and so, years ago, yes, it was competitive, but not maybe the cheating was just rampant years ago in the aspects of it, but now people are actually finding out about it. It's like there's a thing going on in Wisconsin right now about a huge buck that was killed. Saying he got out of a high fence or was killed in a high fence, then lied about. Like, I haven't got the whole thing. I know Dan Infalt was posting some stuff on the other day. I'm gonna reach out to Dan and see what he'll tell me, and see if I can get him to come on, because he's been on a couple times before and, like, talk. Because, like, you got shit like that starting going on all the time, and it's like the baseball steroid era here, man. Just like everybody's doing it, so it's okay. And I mean, that may have been the most entertaining era of baseball, but that doesn't make it okay. These industries, it's just, if you're gonna do it and try to make a living, it's already hard enough without having to compete against cheats and liars, and basically thieves. I mean, you go back into the guys that got caught stuffing the weights in the walleyes a couple years ago, and fish fillets and everything. That was theft. I mean, it's just so many different things, and I know it happens a lot. Just we got to do better as an industry. accountability amongst everything. Like I said earlier this year in one of the opens in Rayburn, uh, one of the top five, top 10 guys, they didn't disqualify him, but they fined him like $3,000 or $4,000 for something he did, and they've kept that quiet on what it was. I haven't, um, so we got to be more accountable in our actions and what we hold in our own actions, and hold the others accountable for it also. Like, excuse me, sorry. I take some of my drink. Ugh. I don't know. The world's already fucked up enough. We can't take something that used to be, they may have never been pure, but purer than this, and ruin it completely. Because, I mean, how are we going to introduce people to it when all they see is the negativity? With that, if you're going to do, this industry's hard to be in to start with, then, but do it the right way. Come about it the right way, and it'll treat you right. It may take longer doing it the right way, but at the end of the day, you did it the right way. You earned it. You didn't cheat to get there. You didn't lie. You didn't steal. Do it the right way, and you'll have a way better outcome. You produce better products. You meet better people, and you become a better person. Delta Lodge Outdoors, Julius Craig. Do it the right way.
From the woods to the water, from hunting to fishing, in the delta to the mountains, all about the outdoors. With a bow, fishing pole,